This is roughly 2.5 weeks. No tricks, no crazy fertilizer, good soil, a few natural organic amendments like mushroom compost, a little bit of perlite for water retention. Yeah, there's a couple of things in here I probably would rather have not be in here, like this Virginia creeper, but that's almost impossible to eradicate. But for the most part, these potatoes look really good. Just gonna give them a quick spritz. Normally I do a morning water. Today I had to run to the post office because I missed my carrier when I was shipping. So this is what we got. This is the chaos garden. This is gonna be the wildflower section. The mint is doing phenomenal. Look at that kale. Y'all, I didn't plant that. That's a holdover from last year. There's carrots that have come up on their own. And I'm curious to see what they taste like. I am going to sample them. I haven't planted carrots yet. I'm looking to get one more bed down at the end. So let me take just a quick minute here and show you how everything's doing. That's a little eggplant. This, if you look closely, it's grape, but I don't think that it's going to make it. It had a really hard freeze by accident. I forgot to cover it. My mistake. So I'm probably going to pay the price. The other one is a more recent addition. So even if one of the two of these grows to the point where I can drop it into the ground and out of a raised pot, I'm going to be happy. And I know it's not going to do anything. I'm not going to get any kind of fruit off of it this year because it's first year. So I've got some wildflowers in there. Lots of pollinators this year. This is really cool. These two are Black Prince. And then I have got some Better Boy and some heirloom, like the beefsteak size tomatoes. This is a standard size lemon. So these tomatoes are going to be yellow, but they're going to be between the size of Romas and beefsteaks. I had planted a Cherokee purple here yesterday, and unfortunately I had to pull it immediately because I found some scale on it. And at first I thought it looked like juvenile aphids, but I did a little bit more research and it was covered in scale. And unfortunately I had 4 of those plants that I had recently purchased at a fund drive to benefit some folks, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And I'm sure that if they had known, at least I hope, if they had known they had scale and aphids, then they would have taken steps to not sell those plants. So Kai is helping me survey the garden. So on this side we've got bok choy, which I'm gonna severely thin out. Probably just going to have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 per row. They need about 6 to 8 inches either side. And you can grow a bunch. You're just going to get a smaller plant and you're going to get a higher yield. So I am going to aggressively thin them once I can see some growth spurts in the strongest plants. The strawberries are all up and active. The raspberries doing exceptionally well in this location, as are the blueberry bushes. I should have some pretty good yields off of these guys. In fact, the blooms have gone, and now we've got some small fruiting in quite a bit. So the first round, and I'll get maybe 2 rounds off of this. I did last year. And then just some strays that come up and bloom late. But I'll get blueberries off of this through probably July. And wow, look at the size of this sea holly and all the blooms that this is going to bring. Kaya's doing her duty as the terrier in the pit and looking for mice. But just wanted to show you a couple things. This is pretty much it. Everything else is doing well. I've got lots of seeds started. I'll show you that here in just a second. And then cucumber and crookneck squash and a lilac, which I'm hoping is going to run all the way down. That'll be fun. I'm going to throw a little more dirt in this one, and then this one I need to put a lot of dirt in. I've got branches and stuff that's not going to make it weedy. And I also have some plain brown cardboard and some plain brown packaging paper that's not treated. And that'll mulch itself down over time. It'll actually do pretty well. And then I'm going to put probably maybe just under a foot of soil in that and bring this up another 6 to 8 inches as well. This is a raised bed or a container. This is a container from last year that I had tomatoes in. This year, I moved the soil around, aerated it, fresh mulch, and added a little bit of good raised bed and container soil with leaf compost. And if you look close, look at what's come up. Sure enough, one of the tomatoes from last year probably dropped the whole fruit, wintered over, and up come some brand new volunteers that I didn't plant. Sometimes nature does better than we do. It's planted itself. I'm going to see what happens. See if it likes the cucumber. I mean, they taste good together in a salad, right? Over on the Shady side of the house, yes, that's where I scoop. Goes out every week. I keep the yard as clean as possible. And unfortunately, you can't use it for edibles. So, it's no good for compost, unfortunately. That's the other raspberry. Seems to be doing pretty well. It's probably going to be a lot more leaf than it is fruit this year, just like last year. But this carpet flower, the bugle, is doing exceptionally well. Kaya's grazing, omnivore that she is. And then if you look here, I had a blackberry against the house last year that did not fruit. And there's Hopsing. Hey Hopsing! What you doing, kitty? Hi baby. You gonna watch me water? But when I dug it up, obviously a little piece of the root stayed, and there it is. Not much happening here. Everything's been planted. I don't expect to see any seedlings for another week or so. Just got to keep them lightly watered. Don't want them to get scalded. So this gets about 6, maybe 5.5 to 6 hours of sun, and then that horrible afternoon hot sun, Georgia sun, does not mess with it. So it gets early sun through about 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and then it gets some chill time. So we should be good with that. That's right, Hopsing. That's right. As for the rest of it, I've been eating baby greens from lettuce, spinach, and kale for about a week now. The salvia's up. The flag, or that's what we used to call them, but the iris, has got the first flower up and 2 more coming. It's very head heavy, so I had to prop it. This tape is pretty good. It's very gentle, and you just don't want to tighten it too much. But here it comes. That one should be out tomorrow or the next day. And look at how pretty this one is. There we go. Sorry about that snap. So that's pretty much the changes on this side. Those are blooming. These are the plants that I got. I got some lavender, a couple of eucalyptus, which hopefully they'll take in the front yard. That's pretty much full sun all day. These are beautiful. And these were part of the drive that I was talking about. These plants are fine. It was just the tomatoes that were, and they were in a separate place anyways. And then we've got a little container that I put together, some coleus, begonia. And this is on the tip of my tongue, but it escapes me at the moment. And zoomy time. The young dog chewing on the old dog's ears. Get her! After dinner zoomies and a rock. And then this side real quick. Sage is going crazy. I mean, like, way crazy. Look at all that. It's probably going to flower this year. There's Rascal. Some creeping Jenny with some random kale. More random kale. Kale seems to just be everywhere this year. These came from Gilmer County Animal Shelter. Kelly brought these from her friend Elmira. And then I've got one more of these little guys to plant. And this is a sun sugar. And that's pretty much how the garden's doing. Here's the peach. Hope you're smiling on it, Mrs. Johnson. Up in heaven. I love this color green in the spring. All right, folks, I am out. Oh, and I got a new bird feeder because the old one finally got torn down by a squirrel. And look. There's always life going on around here. I will definitely get blackberry fruit this year. Look at that beautiful bloom. And more zoomies. Uh-oh. We'll sign off with this frolicking. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Jen Cravasi, let's get growing. This has been an update from Jekyll at Home.